So here's my beautiful electromagnetic motor from part B of Don't Stop the Music. As I was working, I realized your kids are probably going to get through part A and not go to part B. But if they do go to part B, awesome. So this is the section part B. And then part C, the making the amplifier part, I don't know if they're going to get to that. Just getting this to work took me quite some time. So I'll go ahead and show you how I did it so that it will not take you as long as it took me. Hey, so the first thing I did, it says part 1, cut a 12-inch piece of wire. I was hesitant to cut this because I didn't want to waste the wire, but if you've already done part A, the electromagnet, go ahead and cut it. It's fine. You need to for this to work. So you cut it to 12 inches, then you wrap it around a pen. It says 4.5 loops. So when I first, and you want in the middle. The way you wrap this is actually very important for it to work. Who knew? So you wrap it 4 times. It says 4.5 because you want some of it sticking out. But you want it to be like as even as possible on both sides. Since you're going to turn it into what they're calling an armature, I'm sure that's really a thing, but they're also calling it that. You want to squeeze it together and tighten it. And then you want, so there we go. Then you're going to wrap the ends, that's my cat. You're going to wrap the ends of it tightly inside. So you're gonna like put it in to seal it. And you want it to like be as neat as possible. This is going to be difficult for kids because on both sides it has to be like perfectly even for it to work. It has to be like perfectly balanced so that it can turn. It'll turn. So when I did mine, it'll actually like turn like this, but it has to be balanced, otherwise it doesn't turn. The other thing it does not talk about at all is that you have to strip the sides with the copper, so the copper is actually showing. It has a line about they want you to take a Sharpie and color the top sides of the wire. I have no idea why. I don't understand that part. But it doesn't tell you have to strip this, otherwise it doesn't work. The only reason I figured it out is because I looked at the little picture on the activity sheet and the wire looked different on these sides, so I assumed it was stripped and it was. So I did that. The next thing, so once that is perfectly beautiful, and this is where you'll troubleshoot. If it doesn't work, I would try making this neat and flat and as easy to turn as possible. Then you need to put these you have to manipulate the paper clips, 2 paper clips into 2 hooks. So I played with it a little. You want to open a paper clip, small paper clip. You want it to be flat. And then you're trying to make 2 hooks that can hold that armature thingy above it. So you want 2 hooks that will do that. And then you're going to attach the 2 hooks to this. So you want it to be, they said to use a pen to make it the right size or to make the 2 hooks equal. You could do that. I ended up straightening mine out with a pair of pliers, but here's with a regular pen. Just curve it to make a hook. Or you can even leave one end like that, and that'll be fine. And then the bottom, you're gonna wanna straighten it out. I actually, when I started with it straight and then taped it directly to the side here, and then you have to do one on this side, but since this side's kind of hard to get it to stand up straight, I even actually bent the bottom like that. I didn't have it touching, but I bent the bottom so that I could easily tape it to this and have the connection. But you just don't want to do it too short because it has to stick up a little bit more too. So maybe I'll just, there. So I would recommend doing it like that. And then to hold the battery and keep it from rolling around while you're doing this, that's what the clay is for. So you're going to put the 2 pieces of clay like that to hold it still, and then you'll tape your 2 paper clips to the side to hold your thingy up, your armature up. Now the other thing is these magnets. So you're going to put one of the small magnets, which are these. in the middle of your battery, like I did here. The thing about these batteries, these magnets, these are hard to get apart. They're hard. They're very hard. I challenge all of your coordinators to each of you hold one end and see if you could break them apart. I could not because I'm weak. So I had to use these pliers to actually, see, it just wants to stick on there. I had to use pliers to physically like ply one of them off and take one off. So that might be a challenge as well. Just keep that in mind. I think that's everything. So you've got your clay base, your battery with your magnet on it, and then you put your battery, your armature on top. And that was when I had my success moment. It was when it actually started to wiggle a little bit. And it's supposed to turn freely, and that's a motor. Thank you. See you guys later. Bye.